you are so hostile.
I'm angry. I'm very angry. I have a husband to take care of, and I'm not going to have 3 vindictive girls cause any trouble in my home. That's not it. That I take care of, and I've got younger kids in the home. I'm not going to have them. I'm sitting here listening to them bald-faced lie to you.
The younger kids don't even want to be there.
A father is dying. His children want to spend time with him. And yet, somehow, the biggest obstacle isn't his illness. It's the family standing between them. As I watched this story unfold, I found myself asking one question. When someone is running out of time, should old grudges matter more than a final goodbye?
On today's show, we meet a big family with even bigger problems. Now, pay close attention because there are a lot of players involved here. Here is their family tree. Okay, now, Teresa and Michael are married and they have 9 children. Now, tragically, Michael is dying of bone cancer and it is quite advanced. And sadly, they just don't know how long he has to live. And this is where the pain comes in for this family. 4 of their 9 children, Nicole, Chase, Amber, and Karina, say they are not even allowed to visit their dying father. They say they have been blacklisted by their mom. They say all of their efforts to see their dad have just been ignored. Now, Amber, the oldest, hasn't spoken to her mom in 15 months. I mean, it's been a while. She hasn't spoken at all. Nicole says that it's been 3 years since she has exchanged words with her mother, Teresa. Now, Karina and Chase both have not spoken to either parent in 2 years. So we got 2 years here, 2 years here, 3 years, and 15 months. So what's going on with this once big, happy family? Well, take a look.
I wrote into Dr. Phil because my mother has caused me to not be able to have a relationship with my younger siblings or my dad. That's really hard. It's not like I ever did anything wrong to my dad.
I would like to be able to see him, and I can't because my mother doesn't allow that.
I have tried reaching out to my dad numerous times. My sister let me know that my mom monitors his phone and had deleted the messages that I sent him. I can't do this. My younger sister came out to see me, and when she came back home, my mom told her that if she ever met up with me again, she was gonna hold her down and cut all of her hair off. She's an evil person, she does evil things, she's just evil.
Okay, well, I'm here with Mom Teresa, Amber, Karina, and Nicole. I just said, how are you when you came out? And you said, not real happy. What's the problem?
Well, I just listened to a bunch of lies. There's no one threatened to cut anybody's hair off.
So you disagree with what you just heard?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. What's your hope in being here today?
Well, after listening to what they just said, why would I want a relationship with girls that lie like that? I don't monitor my husband's phone. He's absolutely able to call whoever he wants to call. He's going to come out here and he'll let you know. If a message comes through, I give him the phone. It's up to him whether he wants to call them back or not. And not one of them has made an attempt to make a phone call to him in over a year.
Okay, is that true?
I have reached out to my dad numerous times. And when I've told him that I want to see him, it's always, I'll see what I can do.
If he wanted to see you, he'd call you. He said, why would I make contact with the girls when they don't even care about me?
Yeah, but that's not the case because even with Chase, you got mad at him. He has to sneak around and lie about where he's going just to see his own son.
I don't know why anyone would make up the fact that we can't see him.
I figured you might have something on TV to gain, is what I said. I said, you know what, this must be something that they want to be exposed.
I think we all kind of knew you were going to come out here and not admit to anything, and part of us thought maybe she'll acknowledge the problem and we can go from there. Okay. But if you're not going to admit any of it,
are you serious? Do you honestly think that he's not an adult? If he wanted to call you back, he would?
Would you rather they not have contact with
I
their
don't
dad?
care if they do, but when I was
So
in-
if they just call the house, you're just going
He
to
would
pick up.
talk to
They
them.
want to come by. They can just swing by and see them.
Absolutely.
Do y'all know where they live?
100%.
No, I don't.
Why do you not know where they live?
Because I don't have their address, and I have had
Why
no.
do you not
I-
have their address?
We don't have a relationship. We don't talk.
We've only lived at our new address like 9 days.
So you're totally okay with them seeing their father?
Absolutely.
No problem,
No
no issue.
problem.
Then problem is solved, right?
Well, you'd think.
What?
That's a lie. She's lying.
That's okay. You want to know why, Dr. Phil? My husband's going to come out and he's going to let you know the exact truth. He goes, the adult children do not care. If they want to come around now after all this time, it's because they know I'm ill.
Can I tell you something?
Why do you think they don't want to come around?
Because we don't get along.
Exactly.
Well, that's clear.
Absolutely.
But can I ask you something? If
Yeah.
I didn't care, why would I write into you? If it was something that I could just go and see my dad, why would I take the time out of my day to write into you? That doesn't even make any sense.
Okay, so what she's saying is not true.
It's not true.
So what happens when you try to see your dad then? Well, you try to talk to him, contact him on the phone, go
A
see
couple
him, whatever.
times when I have tried to contact him or him through my sister, it's always, my dad has, a couple times have told me, I'll see what I can do. Or if I text him, I get nothing back from him, but I'm told she has his phone.
That's not true.
So are you upset with her besides what you heard on the tape?
Absolutely.
What are you upset with her about?
We stayed with them for a month, and my kids got very minimal that year before for Christmas, and they had to move. So all of our belongings were in her garage. On several occasions, my husband had tried to make arrangements to go pick this stuff up. They threw everything we had in the trash, and they laughed as they did it. Now, that's not just my stuff. My daughter got an electric scooter for Christmas, all of my teenage daughter's clothing, perfume sets, makeup, hoodies.
Is that true? Did you throw their things away?
We were moving out of our home.
Right.
And they had stuff in our garage. My husband numerously reached out to my dad and said, I can't have this stuff here. Our landlord's been by, and he's going to charge us to dispose of it. Numerous times. We heard nothing from them. The day we left with our U-Haul, my husband threw all your stuff away. Yes, he did. What was I supposed to do?
You could drop it off.
Where? Where?
You don't know where
She
they
knew
live?
where we lived.
No, I didn't. Why would I want to throw my brothers and sisters' stuff away?
Why wouldn't you take it with you? It really wasn't that much stuff.
Because we moved into a small apartment. I had to downsize from my stuff.
Well, you didn't have room to store some perfume?
That's not what it was. It was like boxes of like maybe Halloween decorations. There was like a tall fan. There was like bags. It wasn't what she's saying.
Are you upset with her as well?
Who? Nicole?
Yes, Nicole.
We don't have a relationship whatsoever, no.
Why?
I disagree with the way she treats people, and
I disagree with the way you abuse your daughter.
that's a lie.
It's not a lie. Your dad's going to come out, and so
Yeah,
it'll all come to
because he
light
has to
because he's
live
not
with
going to
you.
lie. Absolutely not,
Yeah,
Nicole.
because he has to live. He's
Absolutely
told me.
not.
He has told me. I
Nicole.
don't want. He said, "Who wants to?"
He's told you what?
He said, "Who wants to live their life with someone that's supposed to be their partner, constantly putting them down every day, making them feel, like
He'll
the
come
way you
out and
make
defend himself,
Of
so as
course.
soon as he gets here,
Of course, because he has to live with you.
no. You only came here because you think you have something to benefit. You don't care whether you see your dad. I heard the last way you spoke to him.
No, you didn't.
Absolutely, I did.
Yeah.
You have no respect for him whatsoever, and you treat him badly.
You say she makes fun of your father behind his back.
To his face.
Why would you do that? Do
She's
you do
lying.
That? You don't do that. What does
You
she
don't
do?
call him a crippled old man and make fun of that he has no teeth. And that
Ask him when he
he's
comes
sleeping.
out.
Why would I make that up?
Because I think you need to make a story for these people to hear.
Okay.
You have no other reason to be here.
What stands out to me is that this mother has 9 children, yet 4 of her adult children no longer have a relationship with her. That's a pattern that's hard to ignore. From my perspective, she comes across as someone who needs to be in control. And once those children became adults and could make their own decisions, that control disappeared. That may explain why those relationships fell apart. She says she's upset because one of her daughters threw her belongings out. But honestly, that feels insignificant compared to what's happening here. Their father is dying. This is a moment that can never be repeated, and the focus should be on giving the children every opportunity to spend meaningful time with him before it's too late. She also claims she has no problem with the children seeing their father, but her actions seem to tell a different story. If everyone was truly being encouraged to reconnect and spend time together, would they really need to be on Dr. Phil trying to resolve this conflict in the first place? To me, there's a clear disconnect between what she's saying and what appears to be happening. At the end of the day, disagreements, hurt feelings, and family drama can be worked through later. Death doesn't wait. Once that opportunity to say goodbye is gone, it's gone forever.
We are in a situation here where it seems that Michael is in very advanced stages of cancer, and survival is questionable and limited. And that impacts everybody here. And I just hear all of this petty bickering back and forth without consideration for the real issue that's going on here.
Do you know, I've asked my husband, I've said to him, because he said, you know, I know that the older girls don't care for me. He said, but I lose out because I don't get to see my grandkids. I've said to him, if you want to talk to any of them, he said, I have no desire. He goes, they treat me so badly. He goes, but I lose out on my grandkids because she's lived in my home her whole life. Through her 3 pregnancies, she's been under my roof every single time.
And you put your hands on me when I was 9 months pregnant, and you shoved me into the Christmas tree, knocked me to the floor, and did not care. You did not do that.
Did it happen?
I have no idea what she's talking. But you're also talking to somebody who's heavily addicted to pain medication. I don't listen to anything that she has to say because she's got an abusive mind.
Given the backdrop of what we're dealing with here, I find it a real odd non sequitur that you are so hostile.
I'm angry. I'm very angry.
You're a liar.
I mean, but
Just
aren't
like
there
I said,
bigger
I'm
fish
gonna
to fry here? Aren't there bigger issues?
I have a husband to take care of, and I'm not going to have 3 vindictive girls
No, that's
cause
not
any
it.
trouble in my
That's
home.
not it.
That I take care of, and I've got younger kids in the home. I'm not going to have
don't
them.
even wanna be
I'm sitting
there.
here listening to them ball-faced lie
No.
to you.
The younger kids don't even want to be there.
We came here to mend things.
We wanted to make things
Really?
better.
So you guys are going to make false accusations? Are you serious?
It's not a lie.
Are you guys serious? I threatened to cut somebody's hair, my daughter that lives in my home?
Then
Yeah.
maybe you should talk to her because that's what she's saying.
Yeah, well, I'll have to talk to her because I have no idea what that is.
Yeah,
The thing I don't understand, because I do have 2 young girls myself, is regardless of what it is, what mother wouldn't say, this is so stupid. Your dad's sick, he's dying, we're a big family. I'm the mother, I'm gonna pull us together. Instead, you're pushing us apart.
And when the daughter said, I have 2 young girls of my own, and if I were in my mother's position, I'd be doing everything I could to bring the family together. I have to say, I completely understood where she was coming from. Because as I'm sitting here watching this, that's the part that keeps bothering me. Your children's father is dying. This isn't the time to be keeping score, holding grudges, or focusing on who's upset with who. If anything, this should be the moment where the family comes together. Instead, what we're seeing is a mother who seems more consumed by anger and past conflicts than by the fact that her children are running out of time with their dad. And I can't help but think, what kind of parent is okay with that? What kind of mother sees this situation and doesn't do everything in her power to make sure her children get those final moments and memories with their father? The daughter is talking about bringing people together, while the mother seems to be doing the exact opposite. And that's what makes this so frustrating to watch. Because family drama can be worked through later. Hurt feelings can be addressed later. But once their father is gone, that opportunity to say goodbye is gone forever.
Just like I said, they don't live the story, they don't live it.
Do you see what she does, how she goes around the situation about not wanting to
Yeah, guys, this is not my first day, okay?
You need to just speak to my husband.
what they're saying is that you're taking cheap shots to try to deflect from the real issue.
No, that they were, what they were doing.
I pay attention, trust me. They're saying you're taking cheap shots to embarrass her, that you're trying to deflect from the real
fighting
issue.
between me and the girls was she thought I took her side, she thought I took her side
how long
in the
ago was
fighting in the family because they both lived with me when that happened.
But they don't seem to be taking cheap shots back at you.
That's not a cheap shot. It's where the fighting
That was
began.
like 7 years ago.
But why aren't they taking cheap shots back at you?
They've sat there and bald-faced lied about me. They're not. This is not truthful.
Have you been caught shoplifting?
I have, just like she has.
When I was 13.
She was an adult.
And are you teaching your younger daughter to shoplift?
Absolutely
Are
not.
you getting her to help you do that?
Absolutely not.
She was caught stealing with her daughter, and her daughter was doing it with her.
I'm sorry?
My sister was, when she got arrested for doing it, was with my little sister.
And it was your little sister that did it, not me.
Staying at my home, every time I took her to the store, she was stealing things because it's okay because she does it with my mother.
Are you serious, Nicole?
I'm serious.
That is not true.
I'm serious because I want to know.
What they found on me was what I couldn't afford to buy her. And they said, do you want me to take your daughter or do you want to go? And I didn't know it was in the bag.
You still continued to steal after that.
Oh, I did not.
I'm trying to find out what's going on because something's going on here. I read through all of the interview that you did. You were very forthcoming with us, very straightforward, as were you, all of you. And I have to say that 90% of the comments that you made were about money.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
90% of the comments were
Absolutely.
about, she won't give you money, she won't give you money,
Is that
she
what
won't give
I
you
said?
money. Yes.
Or did I say when we became homeless and lost our home, not one of the kids stepped up to the plate to help?
Wait,
But
wait. Help or help anymore?
Okay, I'll tell you what. How about the check I sent you for $15,900 and you cashed it and took $2,300 off the top? And when the landlady came to get the rent, I said, I'm paid up. She said, no, you're not.
She sent
you're
me that
paid
check
for
because
4
my
months.
husband signed a lease for her because they couldn't.
Okay, but
Right.
the point
Where'd the
is, you
$2,300
guys are
go?
bickering back and forth about money while your husband and father is fighting for his life.
We're not big. We don't have any communication. There's no fighting over anything. Really.
Well, coming up, we're going to meet Michael.
My 3 girls, they should have said, hey, you know what, we need to go see Dad and make things right, let's go visit him. And I would never have shut the door on my kids. All they had to do was just come by.
I don't know where my parents live, and my mom would never give me her address. I know what city she lives in, and that's it.
Well, Teresa has 9, count them, 9 children, ranging from ages 30 to 11 years old. She says her 4 oldest children have isolated themselves from the family, including their father, who is apparently struggling with late stages of cancer. But her daughters say Teresa's lies have caused so many problems, they just don't want to talk to her anymore.
My mom told me I was a horrible mother because all I cared about was working. She said, but that's okay because you won't have a job much longer. Later, when I went into work, a coworker of mine had let me know my mom had called in and was pretending to be a customer that I had had earlier. My mother had told my coworker that I was clearly under the influence of drugs. The reason my mom made that phone call at all was to try to get me to lose my job. My mother had also said she was going to have child protective services sent to my house, and when I asked her why she would even tell me that, she said because when they show up at my door, she wants me to know who sent them.
Where do you come up with that?
Well, Teresa's second child, Chase, is joining his sister today because he agrees that his mom is definitely the problem here. Chase, you've been listening. What do you want to add?
Her saying that we're welcome at her house is very untrue. It's not true. I know that I have a brother who works with me, and I pick him up for work, and I pick him up the street. Doesn't want
That's
me
only
to know where
because
you
of your-
live.
of
No.
your
And when I
girlfriend.
called Dad and I wanted to see him, he told me I got to meet him at Starbucks or meet him at the gas station.
Hold
By
on,
the
hold
window?
on, hold on. There's some things I just want to kind of check as they go by. Have you called attempting to get which one of you fired?
Me and my husband.
I didn't even know she had a job.
So you didn't call to try to get her fired?
Absolutely not.
Did you call to try and get Danielle fired?
Danielle? Yeah, I did.
So you
about my
did it with
husband?
her, but not with her?
No,
How do you
absolutely
know
not.
she called to try to get you fired?
My coworker that I worked with, when we had gotten to the altercation, and she said she was going to call CPS, and she said, okay, that's okay, you're not going to have your job much longer. I called my coworker and I let her know. I said, my mom's probably going to be calling in. The next day I didn't work. She called me that evening and she said, you're right, your mom called in and she told me exactly what she said.
Okay. You have access. You can find out that that's a lie. There's that from my number. Nothing ever came in because
You don't even have that number anymore.
I love my mother and I put it on her soul.
Yeah, you
I did
that
not
before.
call
You
her
love
work.
so much.
No,
She
sir.
prayed and called to get my husband fired from his job also?
No. When did I call about your husband?
Oh, before you called on me. You didn't call on him either?
No. Where are you coming up with this child protective
just be
service
making
and
it
stuff?
up.
Yeah, I know. You've got some ulterior motive that
No, I don't.
getting on TV and trying to bash me is going to help you in
I
some
don't
way.
want to backtrack and go in circles, but it's really hard because it's a mess, you know. But also when I was sitting back there, it bothered me you denying how you treat Dad, and you talk bad to him, Mom.
You're not even
basically.
around, so how do you
Mom,
know?
I have seen it.
How do you know?
I've seen it for. This
You
is
can
how it
bring
goes.
him out
No, this is how it goes, Mom.
like that for a while.
Dad makes really good money at times, and he brings money
Absolutely.
in the home, and he makes at times more than a lot of people might make. And you love
Absolutely.
him, and you hang on his arm, and you kiss him. And when he doesn't have a penny, he's a piece of trash, no good for nothing. Why you
Crippled
with
old
him?
man.
Crippled
That's
old
your
man.
opinion.
Yes, no, it's
That's
what
your
I've
opinion.
seen, Mom,
Ask
for
him if I
years.
say that then.
I should be with
If he's
someone
going to
else
defend
that
you, then I don't
He's
know
not,
why
he
would.
told me
I
I'm
have
not
no
going to
idea
lie.
why he
I'll be
would defend that.
100% honest when I come out.
I
No,
was
Mom,
trying to
that's
get some of the
a lie.
facts here. Did you write bad checks on your son's account?
No, I don't have his checking account.
Not recently. We're not just talking about just last month. Ever. Have you ever?
Yeah.
On his?
Yes.
I
Yeah,
wrote,
He
when
says
I
you
was-
wrote 3 bad checks on his account, each over $900.
Oh, she wrote more than that.
I wrote checks on your account?
Yeah, you did.
That's
Confront
a-
Dad. No, it's not a lie.
Bring it out.
And
Get your bank
okay,
statement.
And I told Dad, there's no money in that account, Mom. Can't be writing checks on it. And you continued to write
Chase,
checks on it.
I have never even had access to your checking account.
Did you put
Ever.
Did you put utilities and cable in his name without telling him?
No.
Did you use his toothbrush to clean the toilet, knowing that
No.
his 2-year-old?
It wasn't him. It was his girlfriend when she had done the trying to throw my husband in jail. I said that I had done it, but no, I didn't do it.
Okay, well, wait a minute. When he was in jail, whose cars were sold to pay for stuff when he was in jail? You sold the 4Runner, which he did not buy from me, and you went and bought 2 grandfather clocks and you got a weave. When we were living in a motel, Mom, is that how, you think I'm gonna let Dad go to jail just to end up having to help? No.
Honestly, I cannot even believe the venom that you are spitting and the lies
You know
that
what,
you
Mom?
guys are saying.
I'm
But
frustrated
your
because
dad
you know
will
what?
come out here and said
we're
it's
running
great.
out of time, and we don't get to see Dad. And you can say that.
Oh, I can
we're welcome
guarantee you,
at his
after
at your home.
with the
That's
vile
not
stuff
true.
that he's listening to you say, I guarantee you there won't be one of you he wants to
Well,
see.
let's find out. When we
Good.
come back, it's been a year and a half since Michael has seen his children. He's here. We'll meet him next and see what he has to say about this whole thing.
Watching this, what frustrates me is that every time one of the children brings up something they experienced, the mother immediately denies it. And at some point, you have to ask yourself, why would multiple children tell similar stories if there wasn't at least some truth to what they're saying? I'm not saying every detail is perfect, but what do these children really gain by making these accusations? Most adult children don't cut contact with a parent for no reason. When several children are expressing the same hurt and frustration, that's usually a sign that something deeper is going on. And then when she brings up the fact that they didn't help her when she was homeless, I don't think that's a fair argument. Parents choose to bring children into the world. Children are not responsible for their parents, and they are not obligated to fix their parents' problems. Of course, it's wonderful when adult children help if they can, but that should come from love and willingness, not guilt or obligation. What I'm seeing is a mother who wants accountability from her children, but seems unwilling to take accountability for the role she may have played in damaging these relationships.
In 2012, Michael was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, which is bone cancer. The doctors had told him he could have possibly a year or less to live.
Me and my brothers and sisters all felt like my dad would probably be the one to get us back together. And then when we found that he was sick, I just kind of felt like he's gonna pass away and what's gonna happen?
I think that if they stay far away, that it will be easier for them to accept.
Michael says he has to take his wife's side or else life in his household would be very stressful. He says it's been a year and a half since he's last seen Amber, Karina, Nicole, and Chase. A year and a half. He's here today. Michael, come on out. How you doing, sir?
Hey.
Take your time. Michael, I'm very proud to meet you, sir, and very sorry for the circumstance that you find yourself in, and very sorry for the circumstance that I find this family in. What do you have to add to this conversation?
I failed.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. You didn't have a good partner, Dad.
Let your father speak,
Yeah.
okay?
You know what it's like to be in the middle of your children this way and your wife this way. And regardless of the problems that you guys have had with your mother, what you don't understand is I love her. 32 years, 9 of you kids.
Was it worth
And
your kids?
Let him talk.
I failed as a father.
No, you didn't.
And
What do you want to see happen here? Do you want a relationship with your children?
of course,
Do you want to be able to see them in peace and spend time with them?
yeah, and my grandchildren too.
And your
Has any of the
Yes.
stuff they've been saying is true? Have they not exaggerated and lied?
Well, you know what?
You need to be honest with them. So it's
Am
not
I going to
just
be
me.
honest?
Yeah, I told them you
Thank
would
you.
be.
Am I going to be honest?
Absolutely.
Thank you. It's been rough. I mean, I can't point a finger, not at my wife, not at my children, because I'm the dad.
Can I ask
Please
something?
let the man speak. For
So-
God's sakes, let the man speak. Seriously, Michael, I want you to speak. I want you to stop trying to lead and program the witness, Teresa. Let him speak. I want you guys to let him speak. Just let the man talk. Go ahead.
I think that I was a good parent, but I wasn't a responsible parent, and there's a big difference, you know. Being a good parent is trying to be friends with your kids and buddy-buddy, but being responsible means discipline.
I want to tell you guys to kind of set a frame about how I look at this, both from a professional standpoint and as a son, as a child that has buried both of my parents. When they're gone, they're gone. My wife has buried both of her parents. The finality of this is beyond anything any of you can comprehend at this point. And this petty bickering back and forth is so beneath every one of you and such an insult to the dignity of this man that it is just beyond the pale.
I'm going to say this, and my children know I love them. When I was listening backstage, I love all of you, and you know I love you. Everybody told some truth, and everybody told some lies. And when I came out here, the first thing I said is, you don't know what it's like to be in the middle of being pulled by your children and pulled by your wife, and you love them both, and there is no winning. Are you okay with me calling them or contacting them?
If you want to,
Put it in the phone.
absolutely.
Well, because I heard that, babe. I have to do this.
Are you
Please,
okay?
listen. Are you
with
okay
what Nicole's done? Are you?
Listen,
Is this a different story?
I'm not okay with anything that I've heard up to this point.
Absolutely.
But I'm also not okay with this family.
All your kids.
Look, can they come by the house anytime they want to?
Of course.
Can they? I'm asking you, so...
The audience, that's because they don't know.
No.
We know.
No, you don't.
Let the
I'm asking
man
you-
speak.
I'm asking you this as a question. I'm not saying in the past that they am too. I'm saying as of right this minute. I don't care about yesterday.
You can have visitation with them at
asking you-
any time you want, but after them out here trying to crucify me and lie, you can see them anytime you
Honey,
want.
That's her threatening him.
No, I'm not threatening
Yeah,
him.
you are.
He
Yeah, you
can
are.
go have
No.
any relationship. All he talks about is seeing your kids, Nicole.
I miss my grandkids
He
and my
does.
children.
Stop
all of
asking
you
for
guys.
permission to talk
He
to
doesn't.
them.
And yeah, no, I don't. That's not going to happen. I don't want them.
It's too late. That already did.
No, you guys. Real quick, if I can. Remember this. Once we leave this show, can't get together in a room like this and keep working on it. And I know you're going to say no, because Mom won't let it happen. That's why I'm asking her.
We all feel the same way. The reason that we're not is because of Mom.
We're going to take a break here, and I'm going to come back. And I said let Michael talk. When we come back, Michael and I are going to talk. I want something very clear understood here. I'll be right back.
I'm sorry, but this is where my frustration with the father comes in. I understand that he's sick, and I genuinely feel for anyone facing the end of their life. But I'm sitting here wondering, how did it get to this point? How do you allow anyone to come between you and your children? These are your kids. Why does it seem like you're asking for permission to have a relationship with them? If seeing your children mattered that much, why wasn't there more effort to push back against the situation and fight for those connections? And that's what makes this so difficult to watch. Time is running out, yet he still seems willing to go along with a situation that has created distance between him and his own children. Meanwhile, those children are the ones who may have to live with the regret and unanswered questions afterward. I just can't understand choosing peace with the conflict over making every possible effort to spend your remaining time with your own flesh and blood. That's the part that leaves me shaking my head.
My husband, when he prays at night, he says, "What would it take, Lord, for me to get my kids under the same roof?" That's all he's pretty much ever wanted.
I would like my family to be able to be in the same room and just be able to do like family functions without fighting.
I wrote in because I think that this is probably, our last chance for getting our family back together.
I've asked the family to take a seat in the audience so I could just talk to you for a minute. Michael, you said a couple of things earlier. You said we need to forget about water that's under the bridge. And then you immediately said, I've failed as a father because look at where everything is. Well, that's water under the bridge too. Look, the past is over. The future hasn't happened yet. The only time is right now.
Right.
We're just in this moment, and it's you and me. Don't let the sun set without making sure that you have said everything, done everything, completed every interaction, transaction with those people you love, because you don't know if you're going to see the sun come up tomorrow. And when I see you sit here and ask your wife for permission for your children to come see you, something's way out of whack. It's either out of whack with her toxic way of having this venomous relationship with your children, or the fact that you're not claiming and demanding your right as a man and a father to embrace your children. You have that right. You have that right, and I don't care what she says here or at home. You have that right, and you must claim that right and exercise that right.
I wasn't asking her permission. I was asking her is it okay with you if they come by?
It doesn't.
I wasn't asking for permission.
You need to close any gap you have with any child you have. Do not leave them with unfinished emotional business in their life. Do not leave them with open wounds. Do not leave them feeling like, I didn't do what I needed to do, so my father felt my arms around his neck before he went. They need to know that you feel their love. They need to know that they put their arms around you and held you and embraced you and loved you. And anybody, for any reason, that does not support that is toxic and vile and wrong, because there is nothing more healthy. There is nothing more healthy than the relationship, the bond between a father and a child, or a mother and a child.
This woman here, their mother, she doesn't stop me from seeing them as much as like, if you go see them, you're gone, you're out. It's not like that. It's really a tough one to explain. And
you know, it wouldn't be tough to explain if this was the explanation. If you could look at me and say, you know what? My wife loves me, she respects me, and she bends over backwards to make sure that I have my children in my life for the days that I have left, and God bless her for doing that. If that were the case, it would be a real easy explanation, wouldn't it?
yes,
But that isn't the case, is it?
she loves me.
That isn't the case, is it?
I'm not sure how to answer that. I
Yeah.
mean,
You don't know how to answer that because you've got to go home with the woman. But I'm telling you, I
have to
don't
go
care.
home. I don't have to go home.
I know.
No,
But I'm
right.
telling you, she can't change what she doesn't acknowledge. I want her to put her feelings aside and put your feelings first. Because let me tell you, my friend, it is your time and it is your turn, and you should get to do exactly what you want to do. You deserve that. You've earned that.
As I'm watching this, I can't help but feel like this man is so afraid of upsetting his wife that he's willing to sacrifice his relationship with his own children just to keep the peace at home. And that's what I find so frustrating, because what peace are we talking about here? You're facing the end of your life. Your children want a relationship with you, and yet it feels like you're more concerned about avoiding conflict with your wife than making memories with your kids. I understand wanting harmony in a marriage, but there comes a point where keeping the peace starts costing too much. And if keeping the peace means distancing yourself from your own children, especially when time is limited, then that's a price I personally couldn't justify paying. What makes this even harder to watch is that his children seem to be fighting harder for a relationship with him than he is. And that's a heartbreaking position for any child to be in.
I feel like I'm being pulled in two directions.
Yeah.
When a man loses his worth...
Okay, let me ask you something. He just said when a man loses his worth. Has he lost his worth to you? Has he lost his worth to you? Has he lost his worth to you?
No.
Here, come with me right now. Come with me. Come with me. You just remain seated. I want you to stand right here in front of your father. I want you to make eye contact with your father. Look him in the eye and tell him why he has not lost his worth for you. Tell him what you want and need from him in the rest of his life.
You have not lost your worth, and you never will, because you're my dad. I just want you to know that I don't blame you for anything. I don't think you've lost your worth. I just want my dad, and I just want you to be in my life, and I want to be in your life, and I want you to know your grandbabies that don't know you as grandpa. And
Do you know that I love
blame
you?
I do. I just want you in my life.
Do you understand my fear of losing any one of the people in my life I love?
I know, but right now, we're not in your life.
I know. And I'm sorry.
Do you want her in your life?
Oh, yes.
I don't think that you don't want to be in my life. I think that you can't be in my life.
That's not true, though.
I just want you to know that she wants to be in your life. I want
I know.
her to know that you want her in your life.
I know she does, and I hope she knows that I do.
And is that true of you three as well? Chase, you want to be in his life?
Man, every day I tell people about my dad, my worth. He will never die. He will always live in me. The best things I am is because of my dad. And when I do good at work and they tell me, man, you're doing a good job. People I work with tell me, man, you're so good. You catch on so quick. I said, that's my dad. My dad made me this way. That will always be with me. And like I said, I've never had a better friend. Yeah, maybe we're not getting along the most right now. I've never had a better friend. That's been my best friend. I want nothing more than be in his life.
You guys, listen. This woman brought you guys into this world, and she was always a good mother.
Can you, in an unqualified way, support his relationship with them?
Absolutely. Absolutely, 100%.
Well, you're shaking your head no when you say that. You're saying absolutely.
Okay, well, I was
absolutely.
animated. I said absolutely 100%. Didn't mean I was shaking my head. No, I was saying absolutely 100%. Maybe I shook it the wrong way, but I'm telling you, that's...
I just want to be sure, because and let me say, by the way, that doesn't mean that you've healed your relationship with them.
Oh, no.
Does it mean that you
No,
want to
no.
go have lunch with them or or
I
whatever?
understand that.
Give him this gift.
I agree with you 100%. And when I talked to Christy, your producer, he was laying in bed next to me. I was in there because he wanted to hear the phone conversation. And he said, I need to let them know. He goes, whoever you're talking to, those kids don't care about me, Teresa. Make it clear to her. They don't care about me. Is that what you said?
You feel that way?
You really
Is that what you said?
There's been times when I haven't known that they do,
because of
but
her.
it's,
But you know it now.
I know, I've always have known it.
Okay,
but
look at them. You know it now. They're here. They're here. Accept their love. Accept their love.
I do accept their love.
We'll be right back. Just over the break, Michael and I were talking a little bit, and he said, you know what? I do know that they love me, and I do accept that. He said, but I'm part of a unit, and he said, it's kind of like if I can't fix this, if I can't fix this fracture between the mother and children, then when I'm gone, they have nobody. You hope and pray that you can come together as a family and just let bygones be bygones and just give you the gift of harmony for a period of time. That's what you want,
That's
right?
what I want. I know I can hug any of those kids, but I want to see them hug their mother, and I want to see their mother hug them. I can hug and love any of those kids, and I know that. And I know somewhere inside you know, but it's got to change from today.
That's your challenge.
That's why we're here.
The gift that he has asked you for is to say, look, and let me tell you something.
I don't want to choose between my wife and my children.
I understand it, and nor should you have to. This man is asking you for the gift of laying down arms and healing this family. He's saying, give me that before I go so I can have some peace in my final days. And you'll either run your own agenda or you'll decide, you know what? This situation needs a hero, and it's going to be me. And with 9 kids, you don't get to extend an olive branch. You have to drag the whole olive tree over there. You got 9 kids, for God's sakes. But the situation needs a hero. And I hope that's what you choose. We'll see. And I'm going to say goodbye now, and I'm going to let all of y'all come up and just spend a little time with your husband and your father here. So y'all come up, and I'm going to leave and just let y'all spend some time here. All right, Michael?
Thank you.
At the end of the day, what makes this story so heartbreaking isn't the arguments, the accusations, or even the family drama. It's the fact that time is running out. Long after the anger fades, long after the disagreements are forgotten, one reality will remain. A father is nearing the end of his life, and a family is being robbed of moments they can never get back. There won't be another birthday, another holiday, another phone call, or another chance to say the things that were left unsaid. As I watched this episode, I couldn't help but think about the children. One day, their father will be gone, and they'll have to live with whatever opportunities they did or didn't have to spend time with him. That's a weight no child should have to carry if it can be avoided. Life is short. Pride is expensive. Grudges cost more than most people realize. And sometimes the strongest thing a family can do is put aside their differences long enough to make sure they don't spend the rest of their lives wishing they had one more chance. And that's where I'm going to leave this one. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think the mother is protecting her children? Or do you think she's standing in the way of a goodbye they may never get another chance to have? If you enjoyed this commentary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.